Hello everyone and welcome to Australian Getaways. Today's video is going to be in English, so this is for the people coming to Canberra, visiting Canberra, and also for the non-Malayali people, because I've done a video already about this location in Malayalam. So this is for my non-Malayali subscribers. I have a few Australian subscribers now, so this is for them. So if you're planning a day trip to Canberra, I have a 3-in-1 plan for you. I'm at the Majura Winery. You know that this is the one and only winery in Canberra. So I am actually standing at the Majura Winery. Nearby Majura Winery, there's a few attractions. So one of the attractions in Canberra is the truffle farm. So truffle farm is a very adventurous experience because they use dogs to dig up the truffles, which is one of the most expensive ingredients in cooking, black truffle. So that's a really great experience to go to the truffle farm. So if you are interested in a bit of adventure, you can go to the truffle farm. Then the next stop will be the treetop adventures. So if you've been to the Navara treetop adventures, it's similar. This is in the pine forest. And they have different levels as well. So once you have done the adventure at the treetop, then you can come to this winery here. It's the Majura Winery. It's a vineyard cum winery, so they have the vineyard. You can see there's some grapes over there, and also they make special wines here. So you can come and taste wines. So you can see that there's a board here. So you can do wine tasting with a cheese platter. Then the other thing you can do is just enjoy the relaxing walk in the vineyard. So you can go inside the vineyard and see the different grapes and go to the top of the hill and enjoy the beautiful views from there. And last not least, Cubby House. So if any Malayalis are watching this, Malus, this is the Namukku Park and Mundiri Topol places. So here, there's a few Cubby Houses where you can actually stay and celebrate your wedding anniversary, your birthday, any special occasions, date, or just away from the hustle and bustle of your life. So there are some Cubby Houses here as well. So it's a really nice location, and I also use this when I'm teaching business, because this business is a good example for expansion and diversification. Expansion in the sense that they have, as you can see over there, that's kind of new. So this mountain is specifically for grapes, because you know that in Canberra there's the frostbite. So the altitude actually helps for the grapes to escape from the frostbite. But they couldn't actually do the grapes harvest planting in the bottom because of the frostbite. So last time when I came here, I think it was Frank, he told me that they're going to expand because they have a lot of land, it's just wasted. So they were planning to plant grapes with some kind of irrigation, drip irrigation kind of system. So in the night, it will sprinkle water. That means there won't be any frostbite. So that's the new expansion you can see. Now let's check what he has to say about Mount Majura Winery.
Welcome. We're in the middle of vintage and we're really happy this year because we've got beautiful weather and beautiful fruit. So we're busy making wine and a lot of the barrels are full, tanks are full, there's lots happening. It's a really exciting time of year for us.
Is it the best year so far?
Yeah, it's a very good one.
Yeah.
But I'll wait a few weeks until I've tasted everything, and when the dust settles, that's when you wait and see a little bit. But I'm so excited about it. Like I'm really happy with all the fruit we've got so far. So.
Yeah, so you're happy that it's from nothing last year due to the smoke. Yeah. This is like abundance. Maybe not abundance, better than last year, right?
Oh, it's a very good year, very good year.
So what's your favorite variety here?
I'm not allowed to have favourites.
Oh, really?
No, but actually...
Because I heard that the Tempranillo one is getting really popular.
Yeah, the Tempranillo is something that we sort of discovered, so that we've made that our specialty, discovered for this area.
Right.
So it's a Spanish variety, and we found that it works really well here. So, yeah, we're extremely excited about Tempranillo, and we've got a reasonably good crop, a little bit light crop of Tempranillo this year, but the quality looks fantastic.
So how many varieties do you grow here?
Oh, it's about a dozen.
A dozen?
Yeah.
Okay. So because that's helps with the market demand, isn't it?
Yeah, look, we're always experimenting and trying new things. Like we discovered that Tempranillo works so well here. You can't just assume that what you're growing now is the best possible combination for your soil. So you keep trying new things. So that's exciting. It means that we always have more new things to play with, and then yeah, it's all part of the fun, part of the experimentation.
So it's purely
no, we
wine.
just stick to wine. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we know. That's what we love. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Diversification in the sense that there's coffee house. It's not just wine, winery, vineyard, but they also give you coffee house experience as well. So expansion and diversification. So this is a really good example of this business. So I'll show you some of the inside things of this Mildura winery. So come and enjoy. If you are coming to Canberra, a really nice experience. You can enjoy the treetop adventures, also the truffle farm, and they're close by. So they're all like in this area here. So it's a 3-in-1 stop point. Look at the vineyard, guys. This is called vineyard, where you have the grapes harvested. Last time, remember when I came here, they were harvesting it by hand. So they do.
Yeah, that's fair. I reckon you might be good now.
So the soil here is limestone mixed with volcanic rocks, which is actually perfect for grapes. And there's also mixed with a little bit of clay, so it actually retains the water rather than getting too dry. It's kind of like a reddish sand, but it's really good for grapes. Also neutral pH level, which is good for grapes as well. So that's one of the reasons they chose this place. They also do different types in different places. So the ones near to the pine tree, I think they're Riesling, which doesn't like afternoon sun. Also the late ripening variety is actually on the other side. So they have grapes which ripens at different times, which is good. So you have grapes all the time. So that's a special thing about the soil is really good, and also the altitude helps with to escape from the frostbite. Yeah, so we can see that there's some in there. You can see the net to protect them from birds and other animals. Last time when we came here, there were kangaroos. So we'll have a look at some of the grapes here. Okay, so these are the different wine varieties here. Rosado, Cristiano, Shiraz, TSG, and Tempranillo is very popular here. That's what they said. That's a giant bottle for 135. This one here is Riesling 78. Other ones are 38. There's some mango chutney, nectarine chutney. Then what else is there? There's balsamic vinegar, basil and garlic. So there are some other items as well.
It's a little bit different on this one. So there's two wines in which we get grapes from elsewhere, but we still produce here. So this is one of them, and we did that basically because in 2020 Canberra had bushfires, and the smoke is absorbed by the grapes, and so we couldn't use any of our crop. And then like the years following, it was quite wet.
Yes.
This is our Rosado. We've gone with a Spanish name because we grow quite a few Spanish varieties. Still a rosé. So it's
Yeah.
so it's a Chardonnay Pinot Noir blend. So same blend as our sparkling, but different ratios and a bit more skin contact. Very pretty on the nose. It smells a bit like a magnolia.
So lastly, we are trying the sweet wine.
Yeah, they're very
Okay, let's see if our visitors will be happy with the sweet wine. So this is the entrance to the vineyard. So just make sure that you actually clean your shoes to avoid the introduction of pests and diseases. Also look out for the swooping bird, which is one of the dangerous things in Australia other than the snake. So here is the vineyard. As you can see, there's so many varieties which are ready to be harvested. And it's very calm and quiet. And then you can also see there's a tractor there. You can take photos of the tractor. and it's nice views. Look at those grapes. The selection of the plot for Mount Majura Vineyard was selected from a geology map. East facing slope and limestones. Dennis block is the original vineyard planted in 1988, and the other blocks were added later. Dr. Edgar Reek was one of the first to plant vines in the Canberra district in 1971. Together with the Dinny Killen, they planted a hectare. First wine was made in 1990, which was a success, showing great potential for future growth. 4.5 hectares valley block was added in 2022 on top of current 9.3 hectares. Farm also practices sustainability and environment-friendly methods such as using sheep for grazing and avoiding tractors, fungicide program which is gentle on beneficial insects, and using ladybird beetles to control scale. Mount Majura Vineyard is also known for their handmade and blended wine varieties. Tempranillos, Sparkling and Riesling, some of the popular ones. Yes, 2020 bushfire was a big challenge as none of the grapes could be used for winemaking. But the business must go on, right? That's the only time they had to use grapes from other vineyard. Vineyard venue can be hired out every day from 6 p.m. or smaller events can be hosted during the week. This is a new thing. Those who are visiting the vineyard, don't forget to enjoy treetop adventures with a discount. So partnership is another way to grow your business. So this business is a wonderful case study for business students. Okay. So this guy is our favorite one. This is Remy, the sweet one. So there we go. We bought a couple of Remy's going home.
They'll probably fit because they're smaller.